the Mattawa, the Marguerite, the North Saskatchewan, the French, the Detroit, the Churchill, the Grand, the St. Croix, the Yukon, the Seal and Kazan. Listen to the river song, that's the sound.
Tuesday morning, getting ready to leave the traditional departure from Cliff Buckmasters.
Through our memories, through our dreams, in those flowing notes, there's a lesson that the water brings of survival and of hope. Listen to the song the river sings, the Athabasca, the Bay du Nord, the Hillsborough and the Kicking Horse, Boundary Waters, Copper Mine and Haze, the Arctic Red, Jacques Cartier. River flowing towards the sea has a soothing melody. It's an old familiar tune. Let that music carry you. The Shelburne, the Clearwater, the Alsac too, the Soper, the Phelan, the Bonnet Plume, the South Nahanni, and the Cowichan are the veins that run Canada's heart. Rideau, the Humber, St. Mary's and Maine, Touch and Shinny, Fraser and Blood Vein, Upper Restigouche, Three Rivers and Thames.
This is where we stayed in Terrace Bay, about an hour and a half west of Marathon. 7:30 in the morning, and we're getting ready to go up to the bakery and meet the outfitters that are going to help us get our cars. The owner of the Norwood, she told me last night that she's a German, escaped East Germany 2 days before the wall came down. We've got most of the drivers here now. Just had breakfast up at the Terrace Bay Bakery.
So. To the drop-off point. Riding with Duncan. He's in the car with us. Can you give us a little overview of the trip?
Well, it's the Steel River is a provincial waterways park. It consists actually, the waterway park itself is a loop from Santoy up to Cairngorm, Steel Lakes into Steel River, then swings south and comes back to Santoy. What you guys are going to be doing is going further north, 3 or 4 lakes, starting off at a lake called Cowattatongog. Then you come through Evonimus and Eagle Crest, and then into the river system. It's a typical boreal forest with long, narrow lakes, boreal forest river. Short rapids, most of it's grade 1 and 2. There's the Rainbow Falls, which are obviously got to do, they're about 35 feet high. And it's one of the campsites I think you're looking at staying at. Below the falls it starts to meander far more and become more into a big outwashed plain. And you start getting to lots of curves and double backs. There's one particular section is nasty if it's a really hot day because you paddle towards the same cliff about 3 times. At least I think it's the same cliff. It seems to be. And you end up out on Santoy, which is a classic glaciated Yew Valley lake, which is slowly filling in with the sand that comes out of the steel. So you guys are going to take 4 or 5 days, I understand. And there's some beautiful scenery, and it progressively sort of gets from the little narrow streams at the top between Congog and Eponymous into Eagle Crest, and then you start getting into the more little rapids and the tight moving water.
Well, we're at the drop-off point. Portage Trail is right over here down to the first lake. Now that was the Portage Trail we came down.
A little debatable.
This is the launch site.
That would be the prestigious Silver Sinker Award given to.
And how did you earn that award?
Well, we seemed to dump a little more than the rest of the crew last year.
Well,
We were the wet.
what lake is this?
It's K-A-B-A Kawabatung.
Kawabatunga.
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga Lake. We're on Cowabunga Lake. Ready to shove off. Hey, shove off, boys. Sorry, I didn't catch you. Didn't hear you coming.
You got wet.
No, you didn't.
A little fight on a map.
Good job. Good job.
Right. That was awesome.
All right.
I had a fight on, yeah.
That was the first campsite. We got set up and getting ready to cook. Ray's doing biscuits.
Stop yelling at me. Shut up.
I hope he washed his hands. All right. Others are commiserating about tomorrow's whether or not to go 10 or 18 miles.
You know, Joe.
What you got, Ray? Right.
Hey, here's another blue one.
What is that? Nice.
Can you throw that back? Hey! Hey! You never talks to me, man. I can throw it back. Say about it. Retired. We were trying to get enough fish to eat. Right? We're saving for breakfast.
Thursday morning, beautiful morning, getting rammed from behind.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sheldon, what are we doing?
Well, we're going to try about an 18-mile day today. We're going down to Rainbow Falls.
All right.
Should be no portages. Should be a good run.
Where are we at right now?
What they call the corners. The Steel River comes in here, and the Little Steel comes in from the north. The junction of the two right now.
And that was our campsite up there. How many walleye did you catch out here last night, Tommy?
Well, I bet we pulled 15, 18 out. We kept about at least a dozen. So we're going to have our shore lunch. They're on ice, so we can eat them whenever.
All right. This is the area where we camped last night. There had been a fire that went through here. How many years ago?
2 or 3 years ago?
2 or 3 years ago.
The cedars in there, we bored them one time to see what their age was for increment borer. And we got to 185 rings, and then we hit about 6 inches of rot. So those trees are over 200 years old. Now if you realize as a fire goes through this bush, as a rule of thumb, every 100 years, they've survived 2 or 3 fires. But also when you get down into the meanders down below the Steel River Bridge and towards Santoy, you'll see lots of sections where the
Top of the morning.
cedars have layered, or the branches have been touching the ground, or twigs have, and then sand has been washed over the top of them, and they've taken roots, and the trees started growing from that.
Hi, Mom. Nice river.
Land of the silver birch, home of the beaver, where still the mighty moose wanders at will. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom diddy boom 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 diddy boom 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 diddy boom boom boom. Boom diddy boom 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 diddy boom 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 diddy boom boom boom. Down in the forest, deep in the lowland, my heart cries out for the hills of the north. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom diddy boom 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 diddy boom 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 diddy boom boom boom. Boom diddy boom 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 diddy boom 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 diddy boom boom boom. High on a rocky ledge, watching the sunrise, close to the water's edge, silent and still. Blue lake and rocky shore, I will return once more. Boom diddy boom 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 diddy boom 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 diddy boom boom boom. Boom diddy boom 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 diddy boom 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 diddy boom boom boom. My paddles keen and bright, flashing with silver, follow the wild goose fly. flashing with silver. Follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing. My paddle's keen and bright, flashing with silver. Follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing her back, flashing with silver. Follow the wild goose flight, dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing. Dip, dip, and swing.
Davis, what are you doing?
Get back to the river.
Gunnel grabber!
La jolie Rachel, j'ai rencontré trois jolies demoiselles. Voilà mamie que j'aime, la voilà mamie que
All right.
j'aime. La voilà mamie que j'aime, la voilà mamie que j'aime. J'ai rencontré trois jolies demoiselles. J'ai rencontré trois jolies demoiselles. J'ai point choisi, mais j'ai pris la plus belle. Voilà mamie que j'aime, la voilà mamie que j'aime. La voilà mamie que j'aime, la voilà mamie que j'aime.
Well, it's Friday morning. This is the campsite at Rainbow Falls. We set up camp and had meal here last night, had pork chops. Everybody got stationed around. A real big campsite. Mike is cooking up pancakes this morning for everybody. Working hard around the stove. That's where we sat last night and had deep philosophical discussions, and it's a beautiful morning. This is where you come into Rainbow Falls, and you need to make sure that you make the portage right here, because if you miss that portage and come through what appears to be a little bit quiet stream, you're in for a really nasty surprise.
J'ai rencontré trois jolies demoiselles. Voilà mamie que j'aime, la voilà mamie que j'aime. La voilà mamie que j'aime, la voilà mamie que j'aime. La voilà mamie que j'aime, la voilà mamie que j'aime. La voilà mamie que j'aime, la voilà mamie que j'aime.
got a little experiment going here. We want to see what would happen if somebody missed the portage here. So we're floating the log down. Finally came out. It's a Saturday morning, and we're just getting back on the river. Run into a series of little oxbow swifts. It was a little chilly last night. It's nice not to wake up to cold and rain. Another log jam to pull over.
Like there are logs up underneath it that were jammed in from the water that came down after a rainstorm, and the water was trickling over the bridge. And that's got to be 20, 25 feet high. What do you think? Duncan McKay told us about it.
Yep, it's a good 20 feet.
Well, we got an 8-canoe drift going on here. It's a NASCAR start.
I got it.
Little log jam. And that's not Boyne River Brewery's dark lager.
When I first stepped in a canoe, I made a fatal mistake. I planted my heel to one side of the keel and pitched head first in the lake. I had no reason to think it would tip before you could blink, or take all your talents for keeping your balance, or else you'd land in the drink, which is what I proceeded to do when I first stepped in a canoe. Soloed in a canoe, it took me a while to learn that you sit in the bow, though I didn't know how you could tell the damn thing from the stern. I paddled the rest of the day in circles and growing dismay. I hadn't a clue that to steer the thing true, your stroke had to end with a J, which no one had taught me to do when I first soloed in a canoe.
This isn't one we're going to pull
I paddle
over.
with languorous grace,
We're gonna have to
but
go
it's
around
all a
it.
mirage when you have to portage with black flies all over your face. As I stagger off into the tree, at least I am off of my knees, which I haven't
Going the wrong way.
since the minute I knelt and the forks turned the caps into cheese.
Here, I released one log.
We're at the end of
When I first
how long did it say the portage was?
Now the best thing about a canoe may be just what it is not.
Probably 500 yards of log jam.
And excessive like a ski boat or a millionaire.
Trail was miserable.
It's a home on stream, lake or shoot. It won't harm a beaver or coot. It may take some labor, but like a good
So Scarface, tell us the story.
Well, I was on a rough portage today and a tree jumped out in front of me. I don't know where it came from. But you should see the tree.
Okay. Russ, is there anything you can do about his face?
I'm afraid I have this face.
I thought that was a pretty good line for us. If Bill hasn't explained this.
Louis Lamar, great book.
Sheldon, have these been in here for a while?
We've created our own campsite.
You didn't put them in there? Okay. Who put the iodine in here?
I did.
How long has it been?
Long time.
Did you get the ice?
When I first made that tripod.
I think it's been 2 hours.
Thanks, Bob. Are they still in the bottom?
We've been to Moose Factory. Well, this is
Did Air Force David, you get
Moose Bros.
overview of what $160
Oh, well, yeah, I forgot that point. $10 a day a man, and this is it. This is what we get. 16 guys, 160 bucks. What's for dinner, Cookie? Looks like margarine.
Seafood, fettuccine.
Okay. Since we haven't caught a fish in a week, what's the seafood?
Well, we caught a bunch of shrimp.
Okay.
We've got some crab. We've caught some crab.
Do we seine those shrimp?
Well, Greg had the crabs.
Okay, we got those from him.
We got the crabs from Greg.
All right.
There's a special shampoo. You'll be just fine in about a week.
Put it in the ground, and he has a tripwire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another surgery performed?
Uh-oh. It looks like we're doing something. Something's going to happen.
Medical stuff.
Oh. He's looking for the scalpel.
I don't know.
There.
He's going to cut it off.
Okay.
I want to duck that.
Who's next?
Gotta make sure there ain't a piece broke off in there.
Okay, so that's, what is this coming down? This is the new style can. We have found a bigger can. How many gallons? Yeah, that's great.
Thick one. How about that one?
Wow. There's a glass on that.
Can we have a monologue with this surgery?
Ow! To make sure nothing's stuck in there.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is like an Indian paintbrush, war paint. Oh boy, Ken's gonna go to war.
I like him better with his bandana. His pirate's bandana.
But he's got to give him some blood. You know, he scraped it hard now. So
Prognosis, doctor?
Well, the prognosis is that probably he'll live another 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay. One more plate of seafood fettuccine.
Ken, here's to you, buddy.
All right.
Way to go. Way to fight through it all. Yeah, hey. It's been good, Ken.
Everything's cheaper than it looks, Ken.
When you're gone, we'll just throw you in the river.
Another modern medical miracle.
You throw me in the river, you'll find me at the next log jam. You have to cut me out.
Your face is very vascular. You got a lot of
facial hair we got to get rid of.
you got a lot of capillary stuff on your face, so it's going to take care of
Okay, you're good to go.
But I think it's pretty clean. I didn't see anything that any foreign bodies that you got in
A
there.
foreign body.
And you don't have, and it's the rest of it is just kind of a scrape down. So I think what happened, you just stick hit you? Is that what?
Yeah, I walked in.
Yeah, and it punctured your skin and then scraped your skin. So I think we're going to be okay, but we'll have to keep an eye on it and make sure that the stick itself and that didn't introduce some infection underneath your skin.
Think about this though, Mike. Tomorrow.
But I don't think enough so that I need to put you on an antibiotic or anything, which I have, or anything else. I think
Those guys gonna be there.
treat this locally, you'll be fine.
You were there last night.
You know Ken's going to be into the hooch.
5 or 10 minutes.
Well, maybe 50.
Yeah, a couple little nips. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to the post-op with Ken, and this is what our trip doctor can do to a person. Yeah? Oh, you're looking good, Ken. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. They amputated the one side of my face.
Yeah, I'd say so. Way to go, Russ.
The only thing better would have
We didn't have much for the seafood fettuccine, so I'm guessing we're having canned fettuccine.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
Well, the prognosis is good. I'm going to have to extend it more than 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happens to him tomorrow? Is there another part of the procedure that we want to
Well,
be?
tomorrow is, I don't know.
post-op
We'll just have to see how this looks.
Well, it's going to look like hell.
But the thing is, I brought my scalpels and stuff,
Oh,
so if we have to make
oh.
a deep V incision, we
Oh.
can do that, and then I can pull it together with some sutures.
Could we see
So
some
we
of
could
that
take
stuff?
out an inch or two of tissue there.
All right. Have you got some of that right in this little pile?
Yeah, right. Let's see. We got right here. I got medication I can inject it with.
Oh,
Got some syringes right here, and then we got the suture material right here, and all the instruments in here. I got more gloves. You know, I mean, we could lay them down and have major surgery.
all right. Well,
Ken's looking forward to
that well, so are we.
If I make it through the night.
Yeah. Well, we think we have some medication that'll probably help you kill the pain.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I'll go get one
All
right
right. Cleaning plates after supper. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Recognize her? Don't tell me you had her too.
What the hell is that?
Dangler.
Huh?
Dangler. I got bat wings. Good money.
Bare ass fishing. Sometimes we call that bass fishing.
I gotta make sure if it gets hung in, I can get it.
Well, it's Sunday morning, and here's the campsite. The $160 campsite after we left.
I can slow that portage down.
We're going to travel about 100 yards down the river, and there's another log jam and a portage. So we'll start out with a portage. There's the portage. Everybody's pulling their gear out.
It was, yeah, I got more than I bargained.
This is the reason for the portage.
Look like a 20-foot stack tall. Unbelievable.
We came in on the mouth of the river, right over there, and had to paddle around. Some dragged their canoes around over the beach right here, where Al Damshoulder, Bob Doctor, Lou Berger have set up camp for us. Over there's Bill, who was on Walloon in the summer here. This is Santoy Lake. Tomorrow we've got to make our way down the lake to the far end to where the cars are at. Hopefully the wind will die down. It looks pretty rough out there.
That old Nelson Hill, that's the first portage. Yeah.
Little wind curtain set up. Got camp set up here. Al brought in dinner for tonight. Got the tent set up along behind the windbreak here, some tree line. Breaking the wind for us. Starting to get dinner ready. Now that's a frying pan.
That's the frying pan made in Ohio. From the Ohio Frying Pan Company. Now we got a satchel out.
Along with the potatoes, we've got a special treat here. Some tenderloins, wrapped in bacon. Salad.
You sure there's enough bacon for 2 on each?
Absolutely. Maybe 3 even, I don't know. Trying. I think it Belvin.
No, but I knew what was going on. They put him to work.
That's, oh geez. Well, I was going to go to Terrace Bay and get it, but it just didn't quite work.
How far is this from Terrace Bay? Oh,
Yeah.
20 miles. Well, from here, no, it's only about 10.
It's Monday morning and we got up at 5 to beat the wind. The wind is down right now, so we're gonna head out.
What time is it?
Well, we made it down to the end of Santoy Lake. This is where we were able to put out. Everybody's packing up the gear. Got the canoes on top. It's only 8:45 in the morning, so we're going to drive into Marathon and get some breakfast.
Hey, Ray! The idea is to hit the ball!
Alright. Take it off from last year's champion, Ray McMullen, doing his practice round.
Mike gotta get the hell out of there! I get good. Don't get it all.
Yes! No!
Hold your head, right?
Hey!
Hey, Michael! That didn't count, Hey, is that all 3 of him? May not be That didn't count.
There's a practice swing.
Practice swing. Stand with the ball back between your legs for it. There. Get it right between your legs. Target. There. Now you'll hit it. Well, you didn't hit it too far. Ah! There
he is.
Hey!
Is that Phil?
Yeah, all right. Two Get the cigar got off. Okay, put it out. That's the boy. That's the way a good cigar is supposed to be.
The ball is tipped. There you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star. All the years, no one knows just how hard you worked. But now it shows. One shining moment, it's all on the line. One shining moment, there the time is short, the road is long. In the blinking of an eye, all that moment's gone. When it's done, win or lose, you always did your best. 'Cause inside you knew that one shining moment you reached deep inside. One shining moment you knew you were alive.
Hey!
You're the wind in your face. It's more than a distance, more than a race. Win or lose, you always did your best. 'Cause inside you knew that one shining moment you reach for the sky. One shining moment you knew. One shining moment you're willing to try. One shining moment you knew. One shining moment.
You got it!
All right. All right. The beginning of the Ivanhoe Open.
Lick, fuck. What is it? Fuck or fight? Lick, suck, drink. Good. This is for you, Mick. Can we have a moment of silence? Quiet! Quiet! Sorry about your loss. What happened to the You might want to do a little bad knee. Where's he? Hey! Hey! I'm gonna go wake Pooh up, tell him we gotta get on the river. Gotta go. Delicious.
Billy. Rick, suck. Nick. Rick, suck. Come on, Frank. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Wow. Ed Rooney. Oh, that was rad. I didn't ascend this by just standing around. Let's go, Ray! Let's go, Ray!
Last year's defending champion.
Defending champion, here we are! Cool. Yay!
Good distance.
Let's go, TC, come on! Holy Christ! Oh, that's pretty good, Brad.
We need a measurement.
ball, in doggy.
Wait, you're coming over the top.
Son of a bitch in the water. Hey! See that?
Whoa, drop.
Hey, what's all this fruit and all these golf balls?
Drink.
Whoa! Just about.
One more stick.
Hey, partner, come on. Come on. Hey!
Medical relief.
He's preparing a spot, folks. Grabs the turtle leg. Hey, Bill, there's no Pro V's in there.
That's what I'm looking for.
Wait, what's that?
Bartender always takes care of himself first.
All right.
Hey, all right.
I can't hit this fucking thing.
Bonus points for lefty.
I know, that's the problem.
Watch the ball. Hey, Tom, I think you have hand-eye coordination problem. Another shot. Hey! All right.
Keep your head down.
Hang on. Always got to have a drink.
He has to finish the bottle.
Oh, I put it up.
You didn't overdo the salt, did you?
Yeah, I think we overdid the salt.
Of course you did.
From one champ to another.
Okay, this goes to Bill A10 for lost a jacket on the river, and now he's getting one back.
I waited 10 years for this.
Yeah, it doesn't fit you too big.
God, he looks proud.
Really, you got a night with
I'm just, yeah, there you go.
I'm just sorry to say that.
Hey, it's got a pin in the pocket even.
That I had to lose this jacket.
To lose a jacket.
Lose a jacket to win a jacket.
To win a jacket.
And to do it on the night when Mickey died.
Mickey's not dead yet.
White face, black cock. Yeah. He'll never drink again.
Call glue.
Should we have a moment of silence?
You gotta
Where the mighty waters foam and boil and the rushing torrents roar, in Fraser River's northern soil lies hid the golden ore. Far from home, far from home, on Fraser River's shore we labor hard, so hard to dig that golden ore. Up on the Fraser where the days are short and the nights are long, miners dream of a golden seam and it drives them on and on. Far from home, far from home, on Fraser River's shore we labor hard, so hard to dig that golden ore. And someday if we ever make it out of here alive, we'll never roam again, we'll call our sweethearts wives. Well, you shovel and dig till you strike it big, or you can't work anymore. Beans, bread, salt, meat is all we eat, and the cold earth is our floor. Far from home, far from home, on Fraser River's shore we labor hard, so hard to dig that golden ore. Far from home we miners roam, we feel its joys no more. These we have sold for yellow gold on Fraser River's shore. Far from home, far from home, on Fraser River's shore we labor hard, so hard to dig that golden ore. And someday if we ever make it out of here alive, we'll never roam again, we'll call our sweethearts wives. Well, a foot can fall on this moss-soft ground and leave no track and make no sound. The wind blows all your words away, blue water rolling through a blueberry day. The clouds settle over the hills of brown like a soft, soft cover of eider down. Caribou float like old gray ghosts through the mist that drips on up from the coast. And the rain blows in and it tumbles back from the Mata Incognita to the Kuujjuaq. And the river rises and the river falls. From these hills you'd swear it barely moves at all.
but it dances down from the mountains cold, past tent rings glazed in lichen gold, over marble white and argillite black, and the wind blows like it's trying to push it back. Past the high cliff home of the peregrine and the Willow Creek clump of the ptarmigan, rusty traps set high in the rock for the ghost of the hare and the wolf and the fox. Every ridge has a ridge beyond where a caribou stands to call you on, to where you can watch the river wind on down to the harbor where the icebergs shine.